Today, as part of my sex ed, sex talk stuff series, I'm going to be talking about being a a sex positive trans person. A trans positive sex person. Why am I talking about this? Well, 2 years ago I started a blog with my friend called FTMSEXTALK. Bless him for being able to take over most of it because I've been so busy, but I'm getting back into it, and that blog is really just focused on us giving advice and information about sex related things for FTMs because there was not really any information out there. So I wanted to make a video about being sex positive as a trans person and how you don't have to be, but it's okay if you are, and you're allowed to still have dysphoria and all that fun stuff because, you know, me. So I like to think back at my transition, and I never really had dysphoria related to doing the sex. It wasn't a thing for me. And I guess eventually over time my dysphoria moved from top to bottom because I got top surgery. And I think it started to make me feel dysphoric. And it's weird because for me it comes in waves. So I could be dysphoric about sex things, and then 2 months later I'm like, I am fine and dandy. And it's very strange, and that still happens now. And I feel like now is a good time to make this video because I feel like it's a good time for me because I feel sex positive, I guess. And I don't really have any dysphoria. I mean, I'm still sex positive when I have dysphoria, I just don't want to talk about it. So yeah, so being sex positive for me is really important because I feel like I repressed it for so long. I felt like I wasn't allowed to talk or or enjoy or feel things about sex, and I felt like, oh, because I'm trans I shouldn't like to have sex with my hoo-ha, my front area, and I felt like that was inappropriate. But come on. If you've known me over the past years, my views have evolved like crazy, and it's awesome that I can watch it through the videos, and it's cool that I've realized that fuck everyone. Literally, who cares? Who cares about other people? If you like to use the front and you like talking about the sex, then do it. Do it up. Talk about it online. There's so many different ways that you can talk about it, and I think that is a fantastic thing that we have, the internet. What I'm trying to do with this series is provide information. I've done a lot of sex-related videos in the past, and those are the videos that get not the most views, but people are interested about FTM sex and stuff. So I have a bunch of videos I'm making for this series on sex and sex education. So there's a video about STIs for FTM, about making sure you understand and whatever the health of your hoo-ha related to yeast infections and UTIs and stuff like that, and then seeing doctors about STIs and all these things that are very oh yeah, we don't talk about that, and I don't know what to do about that, and I don't have any information on that. Well, from my experience and the research that I'm doing on all of this stuff, I just thought that I would provide some information, and I really like that I'm doing that, and I'm making videos I made a video about anal a long time ago, but this is going to be anal 101. I'm going to talk about specific things, and I'm going to talk about topping cis men, and I'm going to talk about lube and sex toys for anal specifically, and sex toys for the front, and stuff like that. And I think that I'm really excited for this series because this stuff was never around and still isn't. And it would be cool to be able to identify with someone else who feels the same or maybe has the same experiences as me sex-wise. I identify as queer, so I'm obviously, if you're looking at me right now, you know I'm very queer, visibly queer, and internally queer. So, I mean, I'm just whatever, right? So, I'm a squiggly line. I mean, I just date whatever, whoever, whatever. Chase raw. Chase raw. But my point is that even when I have dysphoria, I talk about sex. And it's a different way of talking about sex. I take the oh, I have dysphoria, let me talk about sex dysphoria. And dysphoria during sex and all that other stuff. And hello. And I don't know. I know that you are maybe upset that I don't have the cat wall behind me, but I feel for these videos where I want to put information, it's good to have a blank background. Gotta work on that shadow that's right there, but that's not here. Okay, so my point is, if you think I said that 100 times already. If you have dysphoria, but want to have sex, I am trying to work on a video right now about that because, look, we all got them sex drives. Some people, no. Some people, yes. And some people want to have sex, but they just can't. So finding different ways to do it really, really, really helps me. And it helps me get into a different mental state. So thinking about like visualizing a peen that is attached to me like permanently helps a lot sometimes, but then other times I'm like, I want to die because I know I don't have this. So it doesn't always work, but I find different coping mechanisms. So that's what I want to share with you guys, like these things that I have found very helpful for me throughout the years. And I also want to talk about just some experiences because, yo, I'm sorry, but like all these people, all these trans guys, like whatever, like, I'm friends with them, that's cool, whatever, nothing wrong with this, but they're all straight and they all have like girlfriends and wives and shit, and it's like, that's fine, except Alex Birdie, I know he's dating a trans guy, I know, don't comment that, I know, but I'm talking specifically like topping cis guys and like I'm not saying that there's such a difference between cis and trans guys, like I'm not saying that at all, but there is a different way of navigating that dating scene and like the way we were socialized and stuff like that. So there is a difference in that aspect. So I think it'd be really interesting to talk about my experiences with that. And like, I don't know. What do you think? Am I crazy? Am I just like, I don't know. And you know what sucks? Is that sometimes like you talk about sex and you like you mention anything related to sex and people around you are like, confused because they're like, shouldn't you like not use those parts? Like obviously you're not a man because you're using those parts. Really? 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 Anyways, I can't. These people, I hate that we like listen to people all the time and like take their bad comments, but then when people say positive things about us, we're just like, no. I'm not listening. I wish that it was the reverse, and it's not, because that's how we were like socialized and that's how society's built, but that's not for here again. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't like the way that society treats us, and I want to give a big like about this, because I will talk about sex if I want to fucking talk about sex. All these like cis straight people always talking about sex and shit, and I'm just like here in the corner like I'm not going to talk about it. No. And I'm going to talk about it in a way where it's like mysterious, so they're not asking questions like, what do your genitals look like? What do you use? Do you have a penis? And things like that. Ladies and gentlemen of a penis. If you don't know where that joke is from, watch the podcast that Aaron and I did, the episode 4. We talk about why we say, the penis. It was a nurse pointed at his crotch and said the penis. Anyways, that's, yes. Alright, let me know what you think. Are you sex positive? Are you like sex no? And like, are you like not thinking about that or not talking about that? You don't want to talk about it, makes you dysphoric. Let me know. This floor is cracking like crazy and I'm gonna cut somebody so hard. I'm gonna cut them so hard. Like, are you asexual? Does like talking about sex make you uncomfortable? Like, I don't know. Like, let's talk about this. Like, I identify myself as a sex positive trans guy, trans person, squiggly line, because that's me. But, you know, sometimes it could change because dysphoria. That's it. I literally said that the whole video and this has been boring. I'm so sorry. I love you. Think of me. And, take a look at the other videos in the sex series. And I feel like you'll enjoy it with the squeaky floor. Because this is where like these videos are made. So it's like super... Of course, when I move, there's no squeak. Where's the squeak? Okay, whatever. Have a great week. Love you. Bye.